before I start the next part about recording the sort of intro chapters, the preview stuff into a book, I just want to mention, I'll have a whole post on this and a whole sort of section, but there's a thing I'm kind of fascinated with, this Audible book here. So I got, here's your Kindle book, here's your ebook. This is my first book in Charlie Holiday series. And you can get your Kindle or you can get your audiobook. Click there, get your audiobook. But what I personally do as a reader and as a listener is I often will buy the Kindle book and then I will do this add Audible book to your purchase for just $5.99. It's often less than that too. I don't know why my short book is $5.99, but I also know that you have no control over Audible book prices. So I get my Kindle book 99 cents, and usually it's something like $1.99. I just, boom, I add that, I got it. And the beauty for me is that on my iPhone Kindle app, I can read my book, which I don't do much on my iPhone app, but then I can just press play within the Kindle app, which is my favorite way to listen to audiobooks. So I mentioned this because I cannot figure out the secret sauce to make this happen. I apparently did it with my last book, here, Florence, because I have the ebook and I have the Audible book. So we will try to replicate that to give us our best chances for getting into the Whispersync, just the little checkbox here option, because I'll show you in a different post that there's all these different ways it works. So I mentioned this because here are, this is two books ago. This is where I made each file for these different parts. This is at Findaway Voices, front matter, right? So here are common examples: title, page, dedication, preface, and introduction. So I did all that, and I need to see, it takes some time, by the way, to get into Whispersync for voice. So maybe this one works. I don't know. So the reason I mention it is because here's Vellum. So here's my book we're working on for this example. And I've got here my foreword, got a foreword. I've got my epigraph, got my epigraph. But this is super short. And then I get into the whole 1 second in the beginning and 4 seconds at the end. And it gets a little cumbersome. So I honestly don't know at this point whether or not to just clump these or to make them the different folders. Then another item is here. I guess I didn't have this in my previous book, but I have praise. It's not too bad, page or two of reviews from some of my previous books. So am I really going to read all this stuff into my Audible book? Don't know. I have this request. I apparently did that before, and I got a preface. So if they're super short, like that one, maybe I would just clump it into a different file. On the other hand, I kind of like the idea of having all separate files for each part. So maybe I'll just keep it straightforward and just make separate files. But I just wanted to show you my thinking around why I'm doing things a certain way. But my main goal is also to get into that Whispersync for voice. All right, in the next video, we'll do just that.